Alright, welcome back to the course. Now in this section I'm going to show you exactly how to set up your job offer so that you can get iOS developers and designers to reskin your entire project. Alright, and in the last video I introduced you to Odesk, which to be honest, if you guys didn't know about Odesk, it's life changing because now you have access to hundreds of thousands of specialized employees for literally you can get I have customer service and HR and project managers who are working for $3 an hour. And as I mentioned in the last video, because they're independent contractors and they're in another country, but they speak English, the work is done very effectively without any issues, and it saves you so much on expenses and allows you to get so much more work done. You don't if you, as a entrepreneur or entrepreneur, I guess, if you want to start getting into developing your own business, maybe even through mobile apps with this course, which you 100% can, you need to be able to be as efficient as possible. And so that requires you focusing your efforts on greater ideas and setting up processes to automate everything. And that's what Odesk allows you to do. So now I'm going to show you the exact way that you can get a developer or designer for your reskin project. So what you do is when you're on Odesk, after you set up your account, which only takes a couple of minutes, you go on to recruit and then you click post a job and it'll take you to this screen. Obviously this won't be filled out, but it'll be like this. Then it's going to ask you to put in a category. Make sure you put in software development, mobile apps. Alright? As soon as you do that, you'll be put onto the same screen that I am in. And I'm showing you literally the exact way how I have been successful cranking out apps day after day after day. Literally. I have three different teams. I have two freelancers and one agency working for me. And I guess let me give a little bit of clarification on that. When you hire on freelance, which I'll show you in a second, you can pick whether or not you want an independent contractor, meaning an individual, which allows for more trust, more credibility, and are usually better priced and more flexible on their job hours. But you can also hire an agency, and what that allows you to do is be more comfortable because you don't have to worry about one person holding up your entire pipeline. Okay, because as you're going to see, there's an order of events that need to occur, right? You have to get the source code, then you need to get it you need to get all the artwork designed for it, and then you need the developer to swap everything in, upload your own ad networks and all that, and then publish it to the App Store. So if any one part of that gets held up, then the whole process slows down. All right, so that's why I even have three teams going because I like cranking out these apps. They're good revenue. Like I said, the return on investment on these apps is insane. All right, so okay, let me just get started with this with explaining how to set up the job description. So in the title, you make it very simple: seeking iOS developer slash designer for game app reskin project. Um, very simple. If you have a better way to word it, I've seen this works fine. This is how I hired all three of my teams that have been working very effectively. The reason I don't split this up into two different job postings is because I have an agent. I was able to hire an agency that does the whole process for me. So I don't need to be the middleman who then tells once I get the artwork from the designer, then I give it to the developer. Because my time is spent in a better fashion. My time I shouldn't have to do that, right? And so the smart way to do this is to have one guy handle everything. Alright, but it might be a little bit tough to find a good cost-effective solution for that. So that's why I put it all into one. And believe me, you're going to get so many applicants. You get about 50 applicants, and then a couple like right off the bat, and then a few trickle in every day, right? So, and you'll see that. I'll show you how many applicants I get. So then what we do is we scroll down and we talk about what we need done. Alright, so this is basically the job. You don't even need to know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to explain it because, like I said, our time is better spent rather than understanding how to code or how to design. We're like the masterminds of this whole project, essentially. But this is basically what you need them to do, right? So you need them to switch out you need to switch out all the graphics, all the sounds. You need to optimize for iOS 7, and if you're watching this video after like November 2014, then it's going to be iOS 8. That's when iOS 8 is pretty much going to come out. Integrating ad network SDKs, right? basically you're going to set up your own ads into the app, which I'll show you later. Again, we don't, that's what I'm saying is you might be a little uncomfortable with what I'm going over, but to be honest, you don't need to know any of that stuff. You can, again, if you want to, you can Google it, and I'll probably add some bonus videos where I go in detail for those of you guys who want to, who like knowing everything. But what I'm trying to really propose to you guys and trying to influence you guys into understanding is that you can create a successful recurring passive income through mobile apps through this exact technique following my same instructions. All you need to have is a little bit of creativity on the, Apple Store optimization side when you pick your keywords and your theme, but that's it. And everything else is just like clockwork. It's just a formula, right? And then if you have a designer you work with or a part of an agency that can do graphic design reskinning, that will be even better because, you need to, and then maybe you can even include, job includes creating a design, right? But once you get your applicants, I usually tell them what they do. So then it says, are you posting for a project or a long-term position, ongoing position? If you want, you can do one-time project, but even if you do a one-time project, you can still put ongoing position. It's not like they don't hold you liable for that. All right. Then you say, what type of work will the freelancer be doing? Design and develop. Maybe later on, if you want to fully automate the process, you can do this. I personally like being a project manager. Um, but really, I guess if I was to be, and I guess I'm being a little hypocritical here, a true business I feel should be able to run without you in it, right? You should be able to go on vacation for a few weeks, right? Completely plugged out of the whole company, and when you come back, you should have more profits, more revenues, and more products than you did before. That's how I believe that a business in the 21st century, in 2014 and onwards, should be run, especially with all the technology that we have available to us today. But anyways, sorry, that was my little rant. But so yeah, type of work, designer, developer, self-explanatory. Where are you in the life cycle of this project? I have specifications. All right, that's what you're saying because you're gonna tell the designer, the developer, that stuff. What devices are you targeting? iPhone, iPad. Later on, I'm gonna be doing a specialized course in Android, Windows Phone. BlackBerry is pretty much dying out. Sorry for anyone who still has a BlackBerry. I don't think they're gonna make a return because I also do like financial analysis on the side. But anyways, for now, just iPhone and iPad. And then, are you experienced at managing this type of job? I'm not sure what would happen if you press no. I feel like maybe you would be taken advantage of. But either ways, it doesn't matter. Just hit yes. All right. What are the two most important languages? These are optionals. You don't have to fill this in. This you can talk to your guy about. And then, oh, interesting. This is something new. It says desired experience level. So because we're reskinning, entry level is fine. We just need someone with knowledge. And it's funny that they say $23 an hour. I don't think I've had a single person apply for $23 an hour, right? As you'll see, I get people that apply for like $5 to $10 to $15, and they only have to do a few hours of work, so you can get the whole process done in less than $100. All right, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. What type? How long do you expect the job to last? Again, I put 1 to 3 months. I'm not sure. It's arbitrary. I put a minimum of this. You can put it longer if you want. What type of time commitment is required? As needed. And then it goes into freelancer preferences. Again, you're gonna have so many applicants, and because we're gonna try to come from a negotiating position, um, this is actually the job application that I just started off posting, and then I just went with all the applicants and developed my business like this. So maybe now I would put preferences, but when you're starting out, you want to be in a position of being able to negotiate. So you want as many freelancers to apply, because you're going to find a lot of diamonds in the rough. All right. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. But so you don't need to fill any of this out. Require a cover letter. Uncheck that box actually, because you're going to see that cover letters are just really annoying. And these Odesk workers don't really understand what a cover letter is, and it's not essential anyways, especially for this project that we're doing now. Maybe if you have a higher level project and you're trying to hire a CEO or CFO out of Odesk, then you might want a cover letter, but other than that, you're good. And then, screening questions, these are up to you. Um, you can set them up any way you want, or you can X them out. Not necessary. And then at the bottom of the page, you just hit save or publish in your case. Right now I'm showing you an already existing application. So when you hit publish, it'll take you to a screen that says like, oh, your job posting will be up in about 20 seconds. And there it is. You'll have your job posting. So now in the next video, I'm going to show you um, basically I'm just going to show you some of the applicants that come up and kind of explain to you guys uh, how I set up the communication with them and how do we get the ball rolling. So I'll see you guys in the next video.